Hello guys, welcome to the Doctor's Life. Today I'm going to share with you which books I refer for my first year MBBS. So these are the books which my seniors suggested to me, and this differs from college to college, but we generally use the same standard books. First is this biochemistry book, which is by Satyanarayan, and this is a really good book. Generally we keep biochemistry for the last minute, but this book is really very good to read. I generally studied biochemistry along with the YouTube videos of Rakshesh Junjunwala sir, and this is a very good book for biochemistry. Everything is given in point-wise detail and point-to-point headings to remember easily. So I will suggest you to go with Satyanarayan book. This is easy to remember, and I love this book particularly. I have read it almost all the pages, and yeah, it is pretty good for biochemistry. And the next is physiology. For physiology, there are two books which generally people refer. One is Guyton and Hall, and other is Ganong. Particularly my precise choice is Guyton and Hall. My seniors also suggested me the same, and this is also a really very good book. You can also refer to the Ganong, which also most of the people suggest, but I generally prefer Guyton and Hall. This is also a very good book. As such, I generally save the other videos of Najib sirs and these other videos on YouTube, and then I used to read this Guyton and Hall. This is a really very good book in understanding. So, hello guys, welcome to. It's a personal choice. You can either go for Ganong or Guyton and Hall. Both the books are really very good. You just have to understand the concept about that physiology, and you will understand the whole thing. So it's like just the concept. Doesn't matter what book you refer to, but I prefer Guyton and Hall because I have read it. So the next is the big one, that's the anatomy. And for anatomy, first the embryology, the smaller parts, embryology and histology. I have right now with me the embryology book. Histology book I don't have right now. So embryology, the standard we use NETTER'S Singh's book. This is a really good book by good images and the understanding clarity about topic. This is a very short topics in anatomy, but this also covers the some part of it. So this is a very good book to understand and read. It contains all the basic things and knowledges which we also have by 11th and 12th somewhat, but this was very easily explained and point wise given. So I referred to this for my embryology. And histology, I also have the same NETTER'S things. Right now I don't have it. I don't know where I kept it, but I used for this embryology and histology were the smaller parts, and the bigger and the standard one is the another one, BIOCHEMISTRY-Satyanarayan. Anatomy is just BIOCHEMISTRY-Satyanarayan. We refer it. It comes in 4 volumes. We have first is the upper limb, and second is the lower limb and abdomen pelvis. So upper limb is, as you can see, I have read so many times this book that it has gone torn and all. So I have read it from point to point, word to word. This is a really very good book. You don't have to refer any other book and all. So yeah, it's a personal choice. You can either go for Ganong, or I think you just need to read this book from point to point and word to word. It contains each and everything in such a detail. I used to study my anatomy by keeping these books and the bones and other structures and the atlas of NETTER'S. And you have a very imaginative view. You can understand the anatomy only when you understand the structure where it is. So this is a very good book. I love this book actually. I have read so many times these things. I have all marked and everything. This book is such a good book. There are given some tables for easy recap, all the structures, the supply, origin, insertion. So at the end, last minute point, you just have to read these topics, and just very easily you can remember all the stuff. So I used to make some small notes out of this, and BIOCHEMISTRY-Satyanarayan was a really one. So this is the one I read in my first year MBBS. So you can go through the tables. Actually, we used to remember the anatomy by discussing it with our friends. We used to discuss what are the insertion, origin. It is a very really good topic to discuss every time when we get to the breakfast or lunch. So the third and fourth volume are about the head and neck and face. So you can refer to this. As everyone says that anatomy is a very vast subject, how to remember this stuff. But actually, when you understand the concept, it generally becomes easy and more easy when you discuss it with your friends and when you see in the cadaveric images or cadaveric. So we used to take these books along with the atlas and small books to the cadaveric lab and understand where the structures really mean. And you can see how I have torn the pages. So this all books what I have referred for my first year MBBS, and these were very good books. And so that's it about all my first year books. These were my companion for my whole first year. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you liked the video. If you want anything more for these contents, let me know. Thank you. Bye bye.